Good morning. I am architect Himanshu Fogart, currently serving as assistant professor at Department of Urban Planning and Architecture, PLC Supar, Rohtak. Today, I am presenting one of the intangible aspects of architecture used to create sense of movement, big and small, etc. We are familiar with the phrase sun rises and sets. Do you agree? Scientifically, sun does not move, let alone rising or setting. Earth moves, rotates, but we attribute movement to the sun. Hence, our previous statement, sun rises and sets, is misrepresentation of this fact. Hence, we may say that our previous statement was an illuminating statement or भ्रामक वाक्य है ये, or we may say that's an illusion. So, in this presentation, we will be talking about three important aspects, that is illusion, application of illusion, and classification of illusion. And we will be also talking about illusion in architecture. Look at the image carefully. Where he is looking towards? Towards side or towards front? In this image, look at the cat. Where she is going? Upstairs or downstairs? In continuation to our previous slides, as we had seen some of the images of illusions being created by human or imagined, clicked by us. Moving ahead, here is the example of the illusion normally observed during summers. While moving on the road, appearance of water on the road which in reality is not there. An optical illusion, a phenomenon of optical illusion, naturally occurring optical illusion. Again, in this image, the branches of the trees giving impression of face in combination with the background. Hence, we may say that an illusion is an instance of a wrong or misinterpreted perception of a sensory experience, a condition where our senses fails to interpret the reality. Now, after understanding what illusion is, moving ahead towards the classification of the illusion. We may classify illusion as optical illusion, tactile illusion, or auditory illusion. Optical illusion. An optical illusion is characterized by visually perceived images that differ from the objective reality. Look at the image carefully. Look at the eyes of the old couple carefully. Are you perceiving what is happening over here? A guy playing a guitar and a person listening a guitar. Is it so? Yes, it is happening there. Now again, look at the vase at the center. Is it placed behind or at the front? I am confused. That's an optical illusion. Next is tactile illusion. Tactile illusions are the illusions that exploits the senses of touch. Sense of touch? Let us experience this. Perform an activity. Cross your index and the middle finger. Run them crossed along the bridge of the nose with one finger on each side. What you are experiencing? Repeat the activity once. I hope you are perceiving two separate noses. That's an illusion. That's a tactile illusion. Next is auditory illusion. as the name is suggesting, auditory. It is related to the hearing. In this, the listener hears either sounds which are not present in the stimulus. Basically, the sounds which are not real. That's the auditory illusion. Now let us try to understand what illusion is in architecture is about. Look at the image carefully at the background. Look at the parapet. They are dancing, or you are sensing the movement along the parapet. No, that is not happening. That is what we are perceiving. Where we are getting illusioned due to the manner these elements are used. Use of various principles and elements of design to create illusion is one of the ancient practices of architecture. Few of the practices that helps in creating illusion are altering proportions and scales, altering appearance, adding motion, etc. Classification of illusion in architecture may be relative to few of the terms such as symmetry, scale, distance, weightlessness, and even dematerialization of the visual planes. Illusion of scale. Look at the image carefully. Look at the flooring pattern. Look at these white lines. Look at the tiles used in the flooring. Look at their proportions. Look how beautifully change in the proportion of these tiles is creating an illusion on the floor of depth. That's illusion of scale. Intentionally altering the scales or proportion of any of the element or the component of the design to create any particular impression. That's illusion of scale. Next is illusion of lightness. As the name is suggesting, lightness, light. Something is lighter. Look at the image carefully. Anything is lighter. Are we talking about the weights? No. No, we are not talking about the weights. We are talking about the visual weight. Visual weight. Visually, which component is lighter? Look at the building block carefully. And look at the background. The building block is appearing lighter as compared to its background. In the canvas, it is occupying only a smaller portion. That is creating the illusion of lightness. That is illusion of lightness. Illusion of plane dematerialization. Look at the image carefully. Is it 2D surface or 3D surface with depth and a water body in between? It is a 2D surface on which the impression of third dimension is created. Third dimension of depth. That is about the illusion of plane dematerialization. On 2D surface, we are creating the impression of the third dimension, third axis. Next is illusion of Sheki. Sheki is the Japanese word which means borrowing of a scenery. As the name and its meaning is suggesting, we are creating a scenery from a particular point. We are creating a particular view from a particular point. A view may be decent or it may be indecent to someone. But creating this focus point using various modes, elements and components. This practice of creating the point of focus is illusion of correctional Sheki. Illusion. It is one of the technique used in Greek, Roman and in Indian monuments as well, aimed to correct the perception of inwardness or outwardness of parallel edges of the building when perceived from the ground. In this, the edges are slightly aligned to make them appear parallel. Last but not the least practice, illusion of diminishing course. Diminishing, we are talking about the diminishing. Something is diminishing. Look at the image carefully. That pathway is diminishing. That overhead pergola is diminishing and appearing to be diminishing. But in actual, they are not diminishing, they are parallel lines. That appearance of diminishing in itself is an illusion. That perception is classified as illusion of diminishing course. Now let us have a look at few of the examples in which such practices are used and what output we are getting from these practices. Look at this image carefully. Observe the finishes, scale, textures and color. Again, have a look at this. Try to visualize the space. What impression this image is giving. It seems same as the previous image. Or are there any changes? How these changes are affecting you? I hope that the room seems to me as stretched out space as compared to the previous image. I have changed the color of the roof in this particular image. The darker color and the lighter color, they have different reactions towards the space. They are creating an illusion. Another of example of proportions. Look at the image carefully. At one side, you will find that along the length of the elevation, a three-dimensional impression is there. Of repetitive use of this impression is there. Three-dimensional impression. But when you look at this image carefully, you will find that there is only variation in the color. Color along the surface, from darker to lighter to lighter to lighter shades, which is creating this impression of three dimension. At last, while concluding, I would like to say, start admiring the buildings, the designs and the surfaces being designed by someone from the newer perspective, that is of the illusion. Thank you.